Good afternoon. How are you guys? Now you're probably wondering, what the hell is this? Where am I? And you also probably wonder, what the hell are you doing? Why are you on the bike? And it's a keen eye, my friend. Yes, I am on the bike, and I am talking to you through my microphone in the helmet right now as I ride. And I have pretty much a couple of updates and news as to what is going to happen to this channel. So to all my subscribers, I do thank you all for subscribing and staying with me for a very long time, actually, because I've released my video a long time ago. And I do want to thank you that you stayed, you supported me, and also for your questions. I do like to thank you for that, because it shows that you like to learn something, and it shows that you want to understand something more. So I do appreciate your questions, I do appreciate your subscriptions, but now I am going to change this channel. It's not going to close. The channel is to be changed, really. Now what's going to happen is that I will be actually doing this, what I'm doing right now. So I will be doing motovlogs. And that will be the new content from now on, really. This is my introduction video, as well as my update to all my subscribers and to the people who used to visit my channel for programming. Now I didn't produce any type of tutorials or anything on YouTube for a very long time now, and the channel was kind of sitting there doing nothing. And I thought I always wanted to do tutorials, I always wanted to do vlogs on my motorcycle, and because the channel was just sitting there, I thought I would just repurpose it. You know, the channel is quite old. I have it for like 11 years already, so maybe not from the start of YouTube, but very close to it. And I don't want to, delete it or just leave it as it is. I would like to continue producing on this channel, but I would like to produce content that is motovlogging. Yeah, of course, don't use your indicators. And so that's why I'm doing this video, to notify you guys that the channel's content will change, and of course to thank you all for subscribing and for watching my videos about programming and my tutorials. Now it is entirely your choice whenever you like to stay and watch my future videos about vlogging, about motorcycling, or if you want to unsubscribe, that's fine as well. I understand that you subscribed for programming videos, not for motorcycling videos, and I would not hold against it to anyone. It is your choice if you would like to stay or not. And I do appreciate for you to come and watch this. Therefore, I have nothing against you just unsubscribing. You are not interested in this, you are more interested in programming and stuff like that. And I have no problems with that whatsoever. Just wanted you to know that, and just wanted to thank you all for being with me for so many years. Okay, so that's pretty much my update about the channel, really. So the channel from now on will have motovlogging content. I've been a fan, and it's my kind of passion. Nice, next one. It was my kind of passion to ride motorcycles from very young age. I always liked motorcycles, and I always wanted to have one. And I've been riding for about 6 years, and decided, well, why not do a vlog? Why not do a vlog about this? I encounter lots of stuff on the roads. If you are a driver or if you are a rider yourself, you probably know that. you can encounter in 20 minutes ride, you can encounter some pretty messed up shit around London, because that's where I live. And that's what I'm here for. Besides just showing you around while I go to work, or just simply riding around like today and doing this message, I will also give you some information about motorcycling. So you'll get sorry, you will get a couple of videos from me about CBT, what it is, what's involved. You'll get videos such as Mod 1 tips, Mod 2 tips, and stuff like that. I will talk about motorcycles. If I change something on my motorcycles, I will probably do a video about that as well. So you may look forward to that. Besides that, yeah, I will talk about different topics. I have lots of interests, and there's lots of things that piss me off as well, so there will be probably a lot of ranting and shit like that. I'd like to stay, true to myself. I don't want to do any type of topics that don't interest me. But if you have something you would like to discuss with me, pop it in the comments. I'm glad to, do that. Also, remember that this was a programming channel, and I stated this before and I'll say it again. Just because I'm not producing any more videos, my videos are still available, and they will be available on this channel. So if you watch my videos and you have any questions, you are free to come over and ask them in my comment sections on those videos. I don't have any problem with that. And just know that you are still welcome to ask questions about programming. It's just that I will not produce any more programming tutorials. Programming videos and tutorials, pretty much. Alright, so that's pretty much that. Let me maybe introduce myself a bit. So, if you don't know me, you probably don't. Sorry, there is a small minority, very small amount of people who know who I am. I am not I don't really intend to hide my face. As you will see in the future, there will be my videos where I will actually show myself, as I want to do a couple of videos that require me not to sit on my bike and point out stuff. And I'll do that. I also don't mind if people know my real name. But I'm not gonna, really post it anywhere there. But if I find it out, I don't mind. It's not secret. Lots of people do know my name, especially Google. Especially Google knows my name, and HM Revenue, for example, knows my name. DVSA knows my name. So there's lots of people who know my name. Therefore, I don't think it's some kind of secret. Alright. Well then, what should be the first topic I should talk about? Well, introduction perhaps. So as I said, more about me. Well, let me think about this, because I actually don't have anything prepared. Alright, let's talk about my passion for bikes. Right, so when I was very young, I saw a motorcycle. A guy came over to where I live, and he came over on a motorcycle. It was a big motorcycle by then. At least it was big for me. And I got interested in it, He sat me down on the motorcycle. It was not just a random dude, It wasn't a friend, but it was a familiar person. I was familiar with this person because of my father. And this guy just asked me if I want to sit on the bike. I said, yeah, sure, why not? So I sat down on it. And when I sat down on it, I was hooked, pretty much. I wanted to actually ride one. But obviously I couldn't at that time. I was too young, too little. I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle probably any bike, even small ones. But I was hooked, you know. I also watched a lot back then. What was it called? Motorcycle racing. And I liked that as well. So from very young age I liked motorcycles much more than cars. And this stayed with me for a very long time, but I never got a chance to get a motorcycle. So I didn't get one until I was 21. And it was kind of shit as well. Because, you know, you get your first motorcycle, you're really excited and everything. I didn't have very much, you know, money to buy my motorcycle. And therefore I bought one that costed me £700. For £700, if you buy Aprilia RS125, it was. So if you buy Aprilia for £700, it's not going to be very mechanically good. I may not guarantee that, but I can, you know, it's like 95% it's going to be rubbish, you know. Because these bikes new cost like about £3,500, £4,000 new. So that's what I'm saying, you know, it's for £700 it's not gonna be, you know, mechanically sound. And it wasn't. It had like 11 previous owners it was 2003 model. It had like, as I say, 11 or something like that previous owners. So it was going from hand to hand really. And people didn't really give a crap about it. No one actually took care of it properly. And that's why I had to crash it on it. No, actually, one was because of that, because the revs were going a bit too high sometimes. I didn't, for example, use the throttle, and the revs were going like peak in an instant for a second or something like that. And because of that I got not in an accident even, I just fell off from my bike. I did a wheelie, I fell off from it. People were concerned, coming over, you know, asking is everything alright. And yeah, it was kind of embarrassing, you know. It was my own fault. The bike had some issues, but it also was my own fault. And so that was my first pretty much accident. My knee hurt a bit that time, and everything else was fine really. So that was my first accident. The second accident was actually hit a pedestrian, but not on the zebra crossing or something like that, not on the crossing. The guy was actually, was an old man really. I was kind of concerned for him. Come on. Yeah, of course. I was kind of concerned for him, so I asked, you know, if he's alright and everything. I didn't hit him, you know, very hard. He was about 10 miles an hour. Fucking pigeon. It was about 10 miles an hour. But he went out, you know, between the cars, next to the fucking crossing. I was stopping, I was filtering and stopping for the red light anyway, and he didn't use the crossing, which was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 meters away. He just came out from between the cars, and instead of looking my way, he looked the opposite way. So I hit him a bit. I broke my mirror, I believe, because I dropped the bike. I broke my mirror. I tried to find the guy, but he just disappeared somewhere. I don't know where he went. I tried to ask him if he's alright and everything, but nothing. I couldn't find the guy later on, when I actually, some people actually helped me to pick up the bike. When I took it off the road, I couldn't find the guy. Don't know where he went. And that was my second accident. The third accident was on this bike actually. So yeah, it was kind of, yeah, it was my fault entirely. I'm not gonna say it wasn't my fault. It was my fault because what I was doing, I was going on a trip to the, I don't remember how it's called anymore, but it was towards the sea shore and in the west, somewhere over there, about 70 miles from London. So I was going on a road trip, and there were lots of country roads, and I had to use the GPS, which you see, this thing is to hold my GPS. My phone, basically, my phone is a GPS, so that's how I call it. So I was using this, and it was very bright. I couldn't see where I was supposed to go. So I was looking at the GPS. And I actually didn't, pay attention in front of me. And there was like it wasn't a roundabout. It was kind of like you have a road like this. It goes to a bend. It goes to a bend, but it also goes to the left. And in the middle there is this island, pretty much. It's like a triangle, pretty much, road. And I went straight into this triangle with grass. So I didn't notice what was happening in front of me because I was looking down to check the GPS. I didn't notice that, this was happening. I tried to brake. I didn't brake in time because that's the first thing you do probably. It's brake, panic brake. I don't have ABS on this, and so, well, I crashed pretty much into this patch of grass. Broke my fairing in the back. I have the replacement. I didn't replace it yet, but I have the replacement. It was a month ago or something like that. Mind you, I have full license on this, so I shouldn't be doing this kind of shit. But yeah, I was distracted by GPS, so look out guys when you actually use the GPS, because it is kind of dangerous to take away your sight from the road. Alright, so that was my third, sorry. So in about 6 years, in about 6 years time, I had 3 crashes. That's a bad average if you ask me, It's a very bad average. But hell, nothing major. I'm whole. I didn't break my arms or anything, so I'm lucky at least. They were all at very low speeds, so I'm quite lucky at that. Besides that, yeah, as I said, I have full license. I am riding 125, as you can see probably. Some of you can see that. I am riding a 125, but as I said, I have full license. There are no L plates on my bike. I do plan to buy a bigger bike. I do plan to buy Honda CG500. Although I can ride any bike because I have A license, not A2 restricted license. I do plan to buy a Honda CB500 because I just like the bike, the look. It's the same pretty much like this one, just more power. And I came to like this bike very much. And therefore I want to buy the same styling and just more powerful. This bike I'm not gonna sell. It actually is going to stay in the family. I want to give it to my brother. I told him to do a CBT and to make his learner's license. And I want to give it to him because I want him to stay in the family. It is kind of, I had it for 3 years. It is kind of scratched and everything, but it means memories to me, this bike. I'm quite attached to it and I wouldn't want to sell it. It's kind of pointless. I wouldn't get that much money for it. And so I decided, it's better to actually, you know, just leave it. Just have it, you know, in the family. My brother will use it, and that will be much better. Right, so that's pretty much it about me, and about myself, really. I'll probably add more stuff. In the future, but that's in the future. And hopefully, guys, you like my content in the future. This is just an introduction and really me saying that this channel is going to be about motovlogging and stuff like that. And I do hope you guys will have great fun and you'll have enjoyment from my videos. I hope you will like them. And if you do, remember to leave a like, maybe leave a comment. I would like to hear your stories, how you started off on your bike, how did you get into biking. If you didn't yet, what are the reasons, if you are thinking to start, what are the reasons that you know, push you towards bikes? I would like to hear that, so link me in the comments and tell me your reasons. I'll be grateful for that and I'll happily read them. Alright, besides that, yeah, subscribe if you want to. I am not pushing anyone to subscribe. It is kind of a social thing, and I'll be happy, and it shows that you want to watch it. So if you subscribe, great. Thumbs up for you as well. If you have a motorcycle vlog or motorcycle vlog channel as well, do link it in your comments if you want to. I'll check it out and perhaps subscribe as well. As I said, I am interested in motorcycles, so if you have good content, if you have, you know, steady content, I'll be happy to, you know, help you out and subscribe as well. Post some comments as well. Maybe do some meetups in London. That's where I live pretty much. And, you know, maybe you have some tips for me, maybe I'll have some tips for you. So thanks for joining, guys. Hopefully next video will be shortly out. Today we have Saturday, so probably my next video will be on Sunday. We'll see about that. Or maybe on Monday, actually, when I go to work, I will probably do that. I don't know if if I have time on Sunday to do it. You don't have to run, I will just slow down for you people. I'm not gonna drive over you. Right, sorry, ride over you. Okay, bye guys, thanks for watching and blast out.